Hello, everyone. Wishing all a very happy Diwali. I hope you are preparing for Diwali in a very nice manner. Everything must be going very nicely, smoothly, though not in that enthusiastic manner the way in earlier years it would be happening, especially prior to the pandemic. But definitely some enthusiasm is there, right? Yeah, this Diwali actually reminds me of how the celebrations would be happening when we were small kids. What was it very commonly done? Well, it all began cleaning the houses, with throwing all the garbage or all the non-used, damaged, broken stuff out of the house. Then began with shopping for new clothes and preparing for various delicacies, the yummy delicacies that we as kids would actually hop on to and possibly would be feasting day in, day out for days together. That was the trend which was happening. But are you even aware why this actually trend had a deeper spiritual significance as well? And ever since this trend has a bit changed, there's a lot of spiritual deviation also happening, I would say. Have you observed? Well, my observations, my understandings is what I'm going to share with you. I mean, I do not know how many of you would agree with it, but then this is what I really feel. I thought I should be sharing it with you. That's why I'm speaking. Earlier back in the early days when we were kids, I suppose even when you were kids, things began with cleaning of the houses. Well, what did this cleaning of the houses mean? People would paint it bright, nice, and shine. They would throw all that was useless waste products out of the house. Doesn't that actually mean that this cleaning has not only to be restricted to your house, but it has also to be done at the level of your body? This physical is the house where you are living, but your soul resides in the house. That's your body, actually, and your mind. Are you taking care of cleaning that regularly? You perhaps might say, yes, you are having your bath, you're relaxing, but then how about decluttering it? We declutter our house. We throw out things which are not useful. Are you throwing out your ideas and beliefs which are not useful? Are you throwing out your fears which are not useful, which are not helping you grow? Are you throwing out those things from the closet of your mind, things which are actually pulling you down or taking you away from your close relations? Are you throwing out those feelings from the closet of your mind, like jealousy, anger, hatred, hoarding, envy, or boredom, or lethargy, or uh, giving up? Are you throwing that away? Unless and until you throw that away, you actually voluntarily take efforts to throwing that away, not much of a change is going to happen, because this is like um, a depiction. The house that you reside in has to be clean, and the house that your soul resides in also has to be clean. You need to start cleaning it from the level of your mind first. Unless and until you throw out those old ideas, those old beliefs, you will still be stuck in that same place, in the same old rut, doing day in and day out and expecting different results, which actually is not going to be possible. You will be still harboring those jealousies, those anger feelings, those hatred feelings, and expecting people to love you. Well, it is not going to happen, because what is there in the mind comes out in the physicality. Isn't it worth then to throw it out? You will be carrying in all fears in your mind, fear of maybe dark, fear of encountering with people, fear of trusting with people. It could have happened because of some bitter experience, but then that was that. Leave it. Just leave it. Not every person you meet is going to be someone who is not going to worth trusted upon, right? Just leave it. Don't hold on to things. Leave the fear. Breathe in faith. Accept faith and hope. Things change, right? When you remove the old unused clothes from your closet to make space for new, are you aware that despite the sales which are happening in the market, you keep on buying on new clothes, and now your cupboard is not having space enough to accommodate the best of your clothes? You still can't figure out where is which cloth kept. Unlike in the earlier days, you would first minus out the clothes and get in one single cloth. A particular duration or a cycle only was happening, which is no longer followed now. It's much of a hoarding which is happening, which is also seen in our mentality. I am no different. I am also trying to unfold or give up on many of my resistances and beliefs. But then, can we begin it now? Can we give up on holding and just responding to every sale that we see? They are actually making us much more greedy, making us feel as if there's never ever going to be anything beyond the sale for us to be worn. Is that the case? Is there any shortage of markets that we have? Why do we feel so insecure? Can we just limit ourselves to the things that we really need at physical space and at mental space? Can we restrict ourselves only to the things that are good for our mind instead of letting our mind respond to every negative thing? Can we limit the entry? Otherwise, our minds are going to be filled up with every single junk, and ultimately the slowing up of that particular thing organ is going to be happening. If you fill up a particular vessel too much, do you think any new thing can be added? It cannot. Then how do you think when you're all filled up with all the negative beliefs, all the negative thoughts, your own firm belief, possibly because you have studied so much, unless and until you empty yourself a bit, no new things can be absorbed, assimilated in. Pretty logical, right? Make room for new things. Let go of that's old, that which you do not use. Actually, when you are speaking about hoarding at mental level, hoarding at physical level, when it comes to putting things in your cupboards or having things stacked up in your house for that rainy day, a similar phenomena actually is exhibited in your body. Your body keeps on stacking up multiple things. Your mind changes the wiring even of your body, actually. And your body comes up with different endocrinological diseases. Your cardiovascular diseases are no exception to it, and even your cancer. It might sound strange, but it is a fact. So, if you want to let go of your physical illness, start from here, because your thoughts have made that particular disease arise. Now, I do not know which thought in you has made anything in you come up, but then to just reverse it, do the reverse engineering. Start up from here at the physical level. Keep throwing out things simultaneously from mind, keep throwing out things. Throw out all the negative garbage. Throw out all the negative beliefs about your own self, about what people have been talking to you about through all the hetero suggestions or the auto suggestions that you have received. Just leave it. Just let go. They are not true. You need to make room for new. Are you aware that a river which is flowing continuously will gather no moss anytime, but a pond which is stagnant will soon gather? Similarly, if you are not subjecting yourself to change, accepting new things, you will also be gathering a moss. Maybe you will not adapt yourself to change. And soon people around you will feel you're not compliant, you're not technologically savvy, or you're not fitting into even their ideology, the newer ideology with the newer generation. And you might not feel in sync also often. It's wiser, better to change with the changing times. It's wiser, it's better to keep emptying your brim or to keep emptying your pot to fill in the new things, to make room for the new. Learn to let go and flow like the river. Actually, I'd heard somewhere that money also should be flowing. And money and things, when they are flowing, it's good. Maybe perhaps that's the reason why charity was included in our culture. When you give, you end up receiving. So we started, instead of just discarding things, we started giving it to people who are needy, right? Why don't we give something this time to people who are needy? Give it. Giving gives joy. Give them maybe food that they need. Give them anything, but let it flow. Let things flow. Whatever you give will come back to you. It's also quoted somewhere that goddess Lakshmi enjoys to come in places which are well lit, which are bright, and where things are in aeration and movement. Maybe that might be the reason why in Diwali, during the Lakshmi Pujan, everywhere lights are lit actually. It's aromatic in the room. The doors are open, the windows are open. This time, not scared about the robbers at all. Isn't it that we are welcoming something by opening and letting the things within go out? We are letting the air flow through and through. Why can't we do the same thing with our thoughts? Why can't we let the old thoughts go and let the new thoughts come in? It's going to make you feel lighter when you just let go. It might sound difficult to you to begin with, but it's not. What are the advantages? Why ideally you should be trying and to let go? I really feel it's now the right time that you learn to let go. Why? Because with this pandemic that has set in, people have indeed got a lot stressed. They have they have got into a lot of fears which have been gripping in because of the jobs that they have lost, because of the financial crunches that they have experienced, because of the family members that they must have lost to this COVID-19. But then when you start to let go, when you start to forgive people around, forgive yourself, when you just shed off all that's heavy and weighing you down, you will begin to feel much more lighter. When you are lighter, what will happen? You will glide in smoothly. You'll move on easily, anywhere, wherever you want. Your breathing will be slowed down. You'll be much calmer. And what will happen? Your stress hormones will decrease. Funny, right? Simple also. Your stress hormones, when they are decreased, your body will begin its healing. That's all you want, right? So without popping a pill, isn't this a simple thing that you can do? Well, for the current illnesses that you are taking medicines, I definitely do not recommend you to leave any of the medicines. But start with this. You will also see that your productivity level is increasing. You will end up becoming more happier, more responsible instead of being reactive. Your confidence level increases as your faith is developing in things around. And you will, with this improved health and less of stress, more of a calm mind, will be enjoying a better health. Yes. So this Diwali, I want to gift you a better health, a much better health, a better mind, not a bitter mind. Because for me, you definitely matter the most. I really think decluttering is the in thing now. Declutter everything, declutter even the tiniest thing that you have in your mind. It's worth a try. It's not that difficult. Slow and steady, you're going to make it. Definitely, I think. You will make it for sure. And now, if you really feel that this particular video, my beliefs or my concepts, if you think you were able to relate with, I want to hear from you in the comments below. If you have liked it, press the like button. It will make me like button. It will really make me feel nice that yes, whatever I've said mattered to you. And do subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Do forward this to someone whom you feel actually needs a Diwali cleaning happening in a much different format. I again wish you all a very happy Diwali. May you have a safe Diwali, a prosperous Diwali, a healthy Diwali, decluttered Diwali altogether. Stay safe.